Hi, welcome to Functional Fridays. I'm Sherry Jacobs, naturopathic doctor, certified nutrition specialist, and I'm with Shannon Kennedy, internal medicine doctor. Today, we talk a lot about hormones, and so we wanted to talk about something that is widespread that disrupts our hormones, aptly named endocrine disruptors.
Yes.
And so there are things that we're exposed to on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, that can really interfere with hormones and hormone metabolism. The class maybe that we're going to talk about today is the xenoestrogens, and so they mimic estrogen in the body, and not in a good way. So many people really have an imbalance of estrogen to progesterone and are more estrogen dominant, and certainly there can be genetic type of reasons and that we have a tendency towards estrogen dominance, but all of these factors that we can control, like the intake of xenoestrogens, I think is really important. You have a really interesting case of somebody that was using some topical products.
Yes, in her case, she was using a lot of lotions, just over-the-counter lotions. She had fabulous skin. She prided herself in that. But she was getting high progesterone levels actually on her salivary hormone tests. And so when she removed the topical lotions from her regimen and just started using some more natural products, her levels came down, which was great. What's interesting is that symptoms of estrogen dominance then became, without those extra, the additional progesterone that she was getting in her body, symptoms of estrogen dominance like breast tenderness and stuff, become more of a problem. And so, we look at what people are eating, because you can get estrogens in your diet, and you certainly can just produce them naturally in your body. But I think we often overlook like what we're getting from our environment and from our skin products and everything else. It's really important.
Right, so we prescribe topical things all the time because we know there's going to be absorption through the skin.
Yeah, it's a great way to get it.
Yeah, so you really have to think about what's on the skin, and there's some, EWG is a great place to go. They have a database called Skin Deep, but there are even some cleaner products that you might think are safe, but they're worth running through Skin Deep to kind of see their safety rating.
Yes.
Because it does make a big difference, and there's some really high-end beauty care cosmetics that make your skin look fantastic.
Amazing. It's like hormones.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we love giving people hormones for skin health, but we want to know the dosage that we're
Right.
giving you, why we're giving it, and we want to monitor it. We don't want it haphazardly in different products that you're unknowingly taking.
Right, and because it can really add up. And hormones accumulate in your body, so you might use something again for 20 years. You're like, this is my go-to favorite lotion, and in your 40s, everything gets dry. So it might be your lotion contributing to that hormone imbalance. The other places it comes from, and plastic gets a bad rap. It should get a bad rap. But plastics, contribute greatly to this. And we use so many plastics in our life. But my biggest pet peeve is plastic water bottles. Not just because what they do to the environment, to the earth, because you're putting this water in your body for your ultimate health. I mean, it's the main thing that your body is made up of, and it's contaminated with these chemicals and with these hormone disruptors, and it drives me nuts. But sometimes when I have people that don't drink a lot of water, and they come in and they're feeling better, and their blood pressure's better, and their kidney numbers better, and they're like, I'm drinking 8 bottles of water a day, and they show me their plastic water bottle.
So hard to.
I'm like, good job. I think you do that. And I'm like, when do I introduce the fact that is also bad for you? Because there's only so much we can take. It's like, okay, I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Don't tell me one more thing to do differently. But this is something that we want people to think about. So just think about it. If there's a place or a way you can eliminate plastic water bottles from your water intake, that's great. And if you can't, if that is the only way for you to get 8 glasses of water a day, then do it. Try to recycle the water bottle.
You really don't know. I mean, we buy water bottles from the store, but you don't know how long they were sitting in that bottle, where they were being transported from, how much heat was exposure they've had. So that plastic can really degrade in there, and you really can get small actual particle sizes, but also the endocrine disruptors in there. So, and genetically, we can run genetic panels. There's, I'm looking at somebody's genetics. I can clearly see if somebody is going to be very susceptible to having damage from xenoestrogens. You can look at some of their CYP genetic liver enzymes and know that this is somebody that's going to be greatly affected by things like parabens and phthalates, and it's going to be a really big deal for them in the future. Some people probably can get away with it, but but why take a chance?
This is why I love working with Dr. Jacobs, because that is stuff that I can say, don't drink out of plastic water bottles. Probably not good for you, and it's not good for the environment. But that you have an understanding of the stuff and you can dive deep into the genetic part of it is really helpful, and it's such a gift for people to, especially for people who really want to dive into that stuff. You know, it's so great. So I appreciate working with you, and I feel like it's going to make a really good team. I'd say don't drink out of water bottles, and she will tell you why.
Well, I do anything too that can be specific for you, because we can talk all day about all these health things that you need to do, but if you know something's on paper and that it's something that's applicable specifically to you,
Yes.
you know, the compliance is just so different.
It does. It really helps to stick with a plan if you can see it on paper why you should do it, why it's good for you. And you know, and if you can't, none of us apply. None of us are perfect. None of us are, and so I don't want to come down on anyone who is drinking regularly out of water bottles. I just want to kind of empower you that you can make changes in that and in a lot of the things that our bodies are exposed to every day. We try to lose weight and we try to stay healthy through our diet and through exercise, and this is just one more way you can say, well, this month I'm not going to worry so much about my diet, but I am going to eliminate these sources of hormone modulating agents in my life, and I'm going to see how I feel. I'm going to see if some weight comes off, or I'm going to see if my brain fog lifts. I'm going to see if I'm less irritable. And if it is, that's great, because maybe you can have a bagel every now and then. You can do, you know, you don't have to be so strict with everything. Yeah.
Goodness. This might be my favorite session so far. Yeah, I got compliments.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.